In the annals of history, few figures have inspired as much horror and intrigue as Gilles de Rais. Once a national hero and the trusted companion of Joan of Arc, his name became synonymous with terror. Accused of unspeakable crimes, he remains one of the most infamous figures of the medieval world. But who was the real Gilles de Rais? A victim of political machinations or a depraved serial killer? This is his story. Born in 1404 in the Black Tower of Chapters, Gilles de Rais was destined for greatness. He was heir to a vast fortune, securing his place among the nobility. His father, Gilles de Rais, died in a gruesome hunting accident when Gilles was just 11 years old. His mother, Marie de Craon, passed away soon after from unknown causes, leaving the young boy in the hands of his grandfather, Jean de Craon, a man known for his ambition and cunning. Gilles proved himself a fearless warrior. At just 25, he fought alongside Joan of Arc, playing a crucial role in the lifting of the siege of Orléans. His bravery earned him the prestigious title of Marshal of France, the highest military honor in the country. He followed Joan through her military campaigns, gaining a reputation as an unstoppable force on the battlefield. However, his loyalty to Joan was not enough to save her from betrayal and execution in 1431. With her death, Gilles' military career began to wane, and he withdrew from public life. With his battlefield days behind him, Gilles de Rais indulged in excess. His castles became centers of extravagance, filled with art, literature, and performances. He spent his fortune recklessly, drawing concern from his family. He commissioned lavish theatrical productions, the most famous being Le Mystère du Siège d'Orléans, a massive play glorifying his role in the war. With over 140 speaking roles and hundreds of extras, the production drained his resources, but fed his growing ego. Yet even as his wealth dwindled, Gilles pursued increasingly bizarre interests. He developed an obsession with the occult, seeking out alchemists who promised to turn base metals into gold. He believed that through dark rituals, he could summon demons to restore his fortune. The most infamous of these occultists was Francesco Prelati, an Italian cleric who claimed to communicate with spirits. Under Prelati's guidance, Gilles performed rituals meant to summon a demon named Baron in exchange for wealth and power. Whether these rituals bore fruit or merely deepened Gilles' descent into darkness remains a mystery. It was during these years that rumors of his depravity began to spread. Between 1432 and 1440, countless children vanished near Gilles' castles, particularly in the areas surrounding Machecoul and Tifougis. Witnesses described how boys, mostly between the ages of 7 and 15, were lured into his estates with promises of employment, food, or gifts, only to disappear without a trace. Some accounts claim that Gilles would personally select the most beautiful children, dressing them in fine clothes, before subjecting them to unimaginable horrors. Confessions from his servants detail horrifying acts of torture and murder, often carried out in ritualistic fashion. Though the true number of his victims is unknown, estimates range from 100 to over 300. Some sources suggest that the number could be as high as 600, though historians debate these figures. If even the lower estimates are true, he remains one of the most prolific serial killers in recorded history. In 1440, Gilles de Rais made a critical mistake. Having squandered most of his wealth, he became desperate. When a dispute over a piece of church property escalated, Gilles abducted a priest, a foolish act that gave the authorities the opportunity they had been waiting for. The church and the Duke of Brittany launched an official investigation into his activities. When they uncovered testimonies of missing children and accusations of murder, the case against Gilles was set in motion. The trial of Gilles de Rais was one of the most shocking in medieval history. Over 40 witnesses came forward detailing the atrocities committed in his castles. Under the threat of torture, Gilles finally confessed, recounting in horrific detail how he tortured, violated, and murdered children. The trial documents reveal a man who, despite his confessions, remained composed and unrepentant. On October 26, 1440, Gilles de Rais was executed by hanging and burning in Nantes. His two closest accomplices were burned alive. His remains, however, were spared from complete destruction and allowed a Christian burial, an irony considering the nature of his crimes. In the centuries that followed, some questioned whether Gilles de Rais was truly guilty. Some revisionist historians argue that his trial was a political maneuver to seize his lands. Could he have been the victim of a smear campaign? Or was he, in fact, one of history's first recorded serial killers? The truth remains elusive. Was Gilles de Rais a victim of the times, a scapegoat for political ambition? Or was he truly a monster lurking beneath the guise of nobility? His story serves as a chilling reminder of the thin line between heroism and horror. What do you think? Was he guilty, or was he framed? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more historical deep dives. Thank you for watching. Until next time, explore history, uncover the truth, and question everything.